They floated onto TikTok like a vision. Warm lighting, beautiful hair, hourglass bodies, and faces that somehow looked like they'd always been meant for screens.
My favorite beauty tip has to be just be beautiful. Be beauty.
People say they love their quirks, that they're funny, they like trying new things, and they're relatable.
This is our
But let's be honest, if they didn't look exactly the way they do, would anyone still be watching?
Can you put a filter over this in post-production?
Okay, let's see it. That ugly.
Sunday, Dimitra and Eliana Caligaras didn't enter the internet with a bang, but somehow the silence spoke louder than most creators ever could. They were born and raised in Canada with Greek roots and Gen Z cool running through their veins. Now, a lot of people assume they're triplets because of how alike they look, but the truth is they're not. The sisters are actually 2 years apart. And even though they often play into the idea that they're triplets, they once casually admitted that they have different star signs, kind of giving the whole thing away.
I'm a Pisces, she's a Leo, and she's a Gemini.
I've been viewing, guys, don't worry.
But the internet didn't care. The facts didn't matter because when the Caligaras sisters appeared on screen, still glowing, effortlessly framed in soft light, it was like watching something otherworldly. And it all began quietly, innocently with a crumble cookies challenge. In March 2024, the sisters posted a TikTok that at first glance looked like just another casual video. But in that one fleeting moment, posing with cookies, exchanging glances, doing almost nothing at all, they went viral. Not because of what they did, but simply because of how they looked while doing it.
I don't think you know what clickbait means. This is gonna be clickbait. Oh. Wait, smile, guys. Okay, that's gotta be.
Just 3 sisters on camera sharing dessert and screen time.
And I ate all 6 cookies.
But something about that video stuck. It wasn't flashy. There was no choreography or story arc either. Still, the internet locked eyes with them and didn't blink. Many people in the comments section of this video said they knew these sisters were about to become big. In the beginning, their posts felt simple, almost effortless. Just snippets of their day, a moment of fun, or look shared between sisters. There was a quiet honesty in it. Nothing about it seemed forced or overly styled. It felt like they were just sharing parts of their lives without overthinking it.
Today, we're gonna be doing a story time on how we not hit and run. We died and died.
They came across like many others who post online, just putting things out there, seeing what sticks.
What did we get to eat?
Oh yeah. Toasted marshmallow on top.
Homemade.
On the bottom I have lemon meringue pie.
Guys, today we're gonna be doing the water dunk challenge. Let's get into the video.
And that's something people are drawn to, especially in a space so saturated with curated perfection. Soon their growth skyrocketed. But why? Well, in the beginning, it's not just because they were pretty. One thing people really connect with in their content is how unfiltered it feels. What they share feels spontaneous. You see messy kitchen counters, real moods, chaotic behavior, and real laughs.
Against Taylor.
This actually felt killing a bit.
Cheap shot, ready to go.
You just girls who have no fucking talent.
It looks like
Okay, what are you guys? It's monarchy. Why are you so aggressive?
And in a space filled with perfection, that kind of honesty is refreshing. It's like watching people you actually know, not influencers trying to impress a crowd. They made a real effort to stay connected with their audience, whether it was replying to comments.
Next question. How do you refresh your curls?
How do you refresh your curls?
Oh, for me, I will take this portion of my hair from like here to here.
Shouting out fans or taking suggestions for future videos, that kind of engagement went a long way.
Would you rather be triplets or be siblings? Triplets.
We have to address the comments, guys. Ellie's not being abandoned.
like Ellie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. We hate
I really
white
love the
gray.
edits of me that it's like, what was it? I'm sorry they picked you. No, Romeo,
In
cut.
the video,
Treat.
can you guys try remaking McDonald's?
Wait. Kayla, can you answer that? Can we do that or no?
Do what?
Their sense of humor also plays a huge role. The casual jokes, sisterly teasing, and little moments of weirdness make their videos feel familiar. It's not try-hard or overly produced, but just funny in a way that clicks. People find themselves laughing not because something was crafted to go viral, but because the vibe is genuinely fun.
Okay.
But as their videos began to go viral, something became clear. The attention wasn't just about authenticity. The camera lingered on the right angles, the styling became sharper, and the tone of the content started to shift. The audience had shown what they were really there for, and the content followed that lead. By April 2024, their views exploded.
We would like to thank you guys so much for 10K subscribers already. Like, that is big.
By July 3rd, they had crossed 5.3 million subscribers on YouTube, with TikTok pulling in even more obsessive attention. Soon it became clear their audience was fully hooked. What made them go viral wasn't effort in the traditional sense. You could say it was something subtler, almost hypnotic. Their videos were clean and quiet, full of coordinated outfits and soft beige and bone tones, glowing skin, and a camera that lingered long enough to feel intentional. It seemed like at the end of the day they were just there, and somehow that was enough. In one of the first few videos the sister posted, they didn't even need to do something extravagant to get people's attention. Sometimes all they had to do was sit in a car and tell a story while having ice cream, and their audience loved it. One of their most shared videos was a YouTube video where they played the game Blind Deaf Mute Baking Challenge. If you've watched the video, you'll know nothing really is happening. Just a chaotic scene with the three of them hopping around in their kitchen.
You need to break our paw. Oh, I got butter on my shirt.
They didn't chase virality with gimmicks or shock value. Instead, they created a kind of digital mirror, one that reflected back a vision of effortless beauty and composure that millions found mesmerizing.
Favorite beauty tip? My favorite beauty tip has to be
Just be beautiful.
be beauty.
From the moment the camera switches on, you can tell the Caligaras sisters are alert. Every room and space in their house becomes a space for their performances. They shoot in their living room and even in their bathroom. The white walls, the arched doorways, the curated surfaces that somehow never catch a fingerprint. It's less family vlog and more architectural digest on Gen Z autoplay. Everything gleams and glows. Even their breakfasts feel choreographed. The world looks airbrushed, but the luxury feels lived in. And that level of polish, it doesn't just happen. You see, their father, John Caligaras, is a businessman, though exactly what kind of business remains a mystery. You won't find him online with braggy bios or elaborate LinkedIn posts. Just the kind of wealth that doesn't need explaining. The kind that says more through designer chairs and cruise tickets than any resume ever could. And that wealth is something we see in the way these sisters live. Let's start with the yachts. The real ones you vacation on when you're not worried about airfare, school loans, or rent.
We're about to go on a cruise to Mexico and up the buffet. Let's go. Let's go.
In their video titled, Caligaras sisters go on another cruise, the girls aren't doing anything unusual. They just exist. The camera follows them from pool decks
The only reason why I did is because I saw your tax, you know.
to private lunches, all perfectly lit and luxuriously framed. Every way you look at it, it seems like a moving catalog of what happens when pretty girls get to live the kind of life that's already paid for before the camera starts rolling. Like when one of them casually mentioned losing $100 once and said like she just misplaced a hair tie. Back to the cruise though, this wasn't a one-time trip either. Their first cruise vlog back from 2024 clocked in over 11 million views. Then just a year later, they did it all again.
We are on a cruise. Which is packed.
No one's booking these excursions last minute on Expedia. This is generational wealth at work, and they make sure you see it.
You gonna watch me pull up on my body. You gonna watch me pull up on my body. You gonna watch me pull up on my body.
Just subtly enough for you to still click subscribe. Now, if you're thinking, okay, cruise is fine, but surely they work for this, let's move on to their other vacations.
It's my birthday and we're in the Cayman Islands.
We surprised Demetra with
Now that we're on the plane, we should probably start booking the hotels.
We are in the Virgin Islands. We just got off the boat. We got a mantra, of course, to start off our...
In the video, Caligaras sisters stayed on an island. Every frame is Pinterest perfect. White sand, blue water, effortless hair, the whole mood board. In another getaway, Caligaras sisters go to the Caribbean. The formula stays consistent. Soft lighting, slow-motion twirls, effortlessly sun-kissed skin. The destinations may change, but the aesthetic remains unchanged. Luxury, softness, and beauty. Always beauty. Then there's Coachella 2025, where the sisters made their presence known. Of course, that didn't mean only showing up to Coachella on one day. The sisters went out on day 3 and even filmed a part 2 of the Coachella series. These girls aren't sweating under the sun waiting for the line to finish. It's just cool girl glamour at one of the most exclusive festivals in the world.
We don't wait in lines. We're going right in the truck, bro.
They've gone to Japan and made videos like 1 versus $100 ramen in Japan. And we're staying at a 5-star hotel while enjoying food that was highly expensive. So who's paying for all of this? You might be wondering, what's their job? What do they do to afford all this? Well, that's where things get interesting. Reddit threads have dissected this for years. Some users mention the family home is a literal fortress. Others have confirmed that their father is a successful CEO of a real estate development firm in Los Angeles. Their mother, Patricia Caligaras, is reportedly connected to the fashion world, which explains the always on-point outfits and uncanny access to designer wear and perfectly coordinated clothes. But this is where the conversation starts to shift. Because if you scroll through online discussions about the sisters, one theme keeps coming up. The beauty you see now has been built with money. On Reddit, many people have talked about how the sisters have gotten lip fillers over the years, as well as nose jobs and laser hair removal. What's ironic is that in one of the rare Q&As where their father makes an appearance, he says his daughters are genuine. But here's where things get a little bit complicated. The issue is never that they got lip fillers or a nose job. Plenty of people do. That's not the scandal. The problem was that somewhere along the way, they'd shaped themselves into a version of beauty that already fits what people are trained to click on, and it works. Meanwhile, think about creators who don't fit that mold. People like Remy Bader, who's plus-sized and incredibly funny.
What?
Yeah, even we question.
I just go, what, am I in trouble? He goes, yeah. Do you miss me? Oh.
Or Tess Holliday, who's been in the modeling game for years. Both are talented, charismatic, and putting out strong content, but the numbers just aren't hitting the same. Even a Reddit user, Typical Bathroom 4533, brought up a really telling comparison. They pointed to another sister group called the Triple Charm, who are arguably just as polished.
I'm traumatized from that.
Hey guys, I'm Amalia.
I'm Raina.
And I'm Gabriella.
And we're Triple Charm.
Today, we're gonna be singing our orders at the drive.
They're more PG, sure, but they can sing, dance, and they even went on tour. Their content is fun, wholesome, and honestly impressive, and yet the same thing. They haven't blown up the same way when you look at their view counts. Why? Because when you're not conventionally attractive, you don't get the same kind of algorithmic grace. The playing field isn't level, and so when we talk about authenticity, we have to ask, authentic to what standard? Even many Reddit users have called this out because there's a difference between being relatable and being palatable. And the Caligaras sisters, they understood exactly how to toe that line. On TikTok, pretty privilege isn't some vague theory floating around in a think piece. It's an actual performance metric. The Caligaras sisters post softly lit, slow-paced content that feels more like a screensaver than a show, and yet it crushes every time. Their views climb, their followers multiply, and brand deals roll in like clockwork. We're talking real deals, noise fragrances, T-Mobile.
Every country. This is us eating good at the T-Mobile suite before we headed to my personal favorite part ever, the T-Mobile Club Magenta. You don't understand the view that we have.
And addicted clothing. They've turned head tilts and eye contact into a business model. Meanwhile, somewhere else on the app, a creator is trying to get the perfect camera angle, setting up lights, editing punchlines, scheduling posts, begging the algorithm for scraps, and still can't crack 10,000 views. Of course, this isn't a hate piece. The sisters didn't invent the system, they just thrive in it. Because when you're young, thin, symmetrical, and lit like a Dior campaign, the algorithm tends to smile back. And that's not their fault. But here's the problem. Even if they didn't create the standard, they're now part of what keeps it alive. Their faces have become templates for a kind of beauty that feels impossible to reach. The flawless skin, the razor-sharp jawline, the wide-set eyes and tiny nose has gone beyond just admiration. It's now a filter, literally.
You can't even tell it's a filter anymore.
What do you think? Do I look better with it?
Definitely made my lips bigger.
Bold Glamour, the latest viral TikTok filter, is causing a stir. It has users divided over the way it instantly changes how they look compared to what they see in reality.
This filter should be illegal. Here's the real me.
The TikTok face is now something you can wear like a mask. There's a whole lineup of filters that smooth your skin, plump your lips, slim your nose, and make your face perfectly symmetrical. And the scariest part, these aren't even marketed as beauty filters anymore. They're just standard. People try them on like they're trying on outfits. You'll find creators posting side-by-side videos, and the difference is haunting.
I'm gonna take this off to show you what I actually look like. Trigger warning.
Amazed. So this is you without it, right? You look normal. Okay, and this is you with the filter. Oh my goodness.
The filtered version doesn't even look like a glammed up version of the same person. It looks like an entirely different human being, one the internet might actually treat better. The problem has gotten so out of hand, news channels are warning people against the use of these fillers.
But once again, it's pushing people to ask hard questions about how social media is impacting how we view ourselves.
This isn't, of course, some niche internet issue. Because the more we elevate one particular kind of beauty, the more we teach young people, especially girls, that anything outside that narrow definition isn't good enough. And what makes this even more complicated is that, along with being internet famous, two of the Caligaras sisters are also teenagers. And their audience is mostly teenagers. So what we're seeing is a feedback loop between young girls posting content, other young girls watching it, and everyone being silently told what kind of face is worth paying attention to. People are obsessed with them. Words like goddess, angel, ethereal being are tossed around in the comments. Even TikTok edits of these sisters talk about how beautiful they are. Or they'll wear a certain outfit in one of their videos, and suddenly edits flood TikTok, clip after clip, worshipping how beautiful they looked in that moment. It's clearly not about what they're doing, but about how they look doing it. And maybe that's why a video as simple as triplet Q&A and Hoake racks up views like wildfire. In it, the sisters casually discuss a problem their parents have with them. But the truth is, the sisters aren't even the same age. They just look exactly the same.
The answer is they actually. So our parents actually they can't tell us.
Now, the problem here is when your For You page is constantly filled with three nearly identical girls who look like they stepped out of a Renaissance painting, it starts to mess with your head, especially if you're 14 in your pajamas comparing your face to theirs in the reflection of your cracked phone screen. Comments under their videos or on Reddit don't just praise them, they often spiral into self-loathing. It's a constant loop of admiration and quiet despair. The Caligaras sisters become the blueprint. Everyone else feels like a glitch, and it's a standard that's nearly impossible to reach unless you were born with razor-sharp cheekbones, translucent skin, and hair that flows like movie-set silk. So naturally, the question bubbles up. If they didn't look like this, if they weren't statuesque triplets with model symmetry and glowing skin, would anyone still be watching? Seeing how things have turned out for other YouTubers who don't look like them, the answer is most probably not.